that's the layout right there. I'll give you all the dimensions after I go get a new battery. Okay, so took a couple of little slices, bundle them together, just keep cutting them, you'll have them. Okay, hang on just a second. We'll be right back. Battery's gonna go out. Exhausted. Okay, got a new battery. Let's get the biscuit joiner out and get this going. I'd like to get a little bit bigger of a work surface here. Let's put that right there. So I did have to cut into another piece. I got 5 more to go. Yeah, 5 pieces. I've already made this piece, so I think things are going to be looking up. So let me show you a little trick here. That looks pretty good. Got a couple of knots here and there. Now, this is like 7.5. This drawer is going to be like 8 tall. This is going to be like 8.5 tall. This is going to be 11, almost 12 tall. But we're going to just, we're going to mark these things. This is corner number 1. Okay. Corner number 2. Just mark it lightly. Corner number 3. And you don't have to put anything there, but I do because it just might as well. So when it comes to biscuit joinery, you want to go ahead and make your mark here. Okay, so there's 1 biscuit. There's 2 biscuit. There's a little bit of leeway allowed in this. Yeah, blowing all the dust up here. Okay, 3 biscuit. Okay, 3 biscuit. Not C biscuit, but 3 biscuit. Okay, and there's 4. So I'm not too concerned about this. I kind of feel okay about where these are. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark these. And that I'm not really going to measure. I'm just going to put them there. So now, not too concerned about those right this minute. So now we can go over here. And now we're going to know, we're going to mark the center of those. So we know, I have any idea if I'm in frame or not. So now we're going to take these and mark the centers here. I'm going to get my micrometer and do that. And I'll probably do that in metric. That's just a little easier to do in metric. Put it over there. Okay. So these ought to all be the same. So there we are in metric. We're going to zero that out. And loosen up the little... I tend to like that because it keeps it from coming on automatically. So what do we got there? We got 37. So there'll be like, let's just say 38. 37, 36. So 15, 16, 17 and a half. Is that right? Something like that. So just take that, divide it by 2, and then make your mark. Here, I'll do it. Okay, so 18 and a half. So that's right there, lock it in, and then all you have to do, I think 18.53 is pretty cool. So make your mark here, and then check it on the other side, and just do that on all 4, and it'll line up to your marks on your sideboards there. Okay. Then we're going to get the biscuit cutter out and the glue, and we're going to start doing this. Look at all that dust that blew over there. Dadgummit. Well, that's why we got the air hose. I hate blowing the dust. It's blowing all across the cars, but it doesn't seem to concern me too much most of the time. Okay, you know, your results will vary, but there you go. I've marked them all. I pulled out the old .07 out of my pocket here. because I keep a lot of stuff in my pocket. So these are all marked, and they don't have to be in any particular order. So I think I'm going to use my table saw as a working table. I will also suggest that you don't, if you take your fence off, always put it away. And don't leave it latched on there overnight. Okay, so, alright. So that served its purpose. Okay, so we're going to start cutting biscuits now. And then after we get the biscuits cut and glued, we're going to call this video over for part 1. And I get my old TV here to start playing me some music. So the wind from the east today, so try not to make it too airborne, but it's gonna come this way no matter what I do. So air compressor's going. Who would have guessed, huh? I've had this biscuit joiner a long time. I used to make a horse, I made a couple, 3 of the horse chest, and it takes like 600 biscuits to do that right. So it matters the way you do this. You've got to do the inside ones first and then the top and the bottom, because you won't be able to get the biscuits in there otherwise. So if you've never used a biscuit joiner, you got to set the height here and you got to set the depth here. I don't know what they're like now since this one's so old, but we will. Okay, so we got them all going here. So let me get my stuff on. All right, and I'll show you what it's like. Let me get a biscuit out. Let's use these old Witherspoons first. You have a little bit of playtime here. Not much, but you got some. So there's my mark right there. And so all you do is this. And you got to make sure the ends are clean, because if they got any lip in them, it's not gonna go down all the way. So there you go. And we're just going to rough it. Now I'm going to mark these A, B, C, D. So there's A. Lay that down in there. Now this biscuit is going to come out proud a little bit, but I don't care. I'll just cut it off with a saw. I'd rather have more biscuit than less. Just a second. So got a little breakout there. So like I say, that right there does not bother me. I'll just cut that out. Piece of cake. I'd rather have more than less, and the next size down is a little too small. So this is perfectly okay. So there's A, and we're going to go and start putting this up over there. So make all your cuts here first, and then lay it on the ground, and you know where you are because of your marks. So there's 2, 3. Okay, so you'll get. This is why you key everything and number everything so you don't get lost. Gotta. Don't get lost in woodworking. It's not fun. Don't let that happen to you. Okay, all the joints, biscuit joints are cut and in place, and now we're going to measure very carefully. I've got it clamped on the outside here, and we're going to very carefully measure these distances here, okay, and make sure we get these square as we can. It's not too bad right now. Now I had to use the interlocking methodology to get the clamps going that way, but that's okay. So these are all pretty good. So we're going to measure these up and get these in the right spot. So once again, that's going to call for this, and you're going to measure on both sides. I'll show you. Let me run up and get my little furniture knife here. Furniture on the mend knife. Because this hammer, I was thinking about something else. Okay, so we got all the clamps ready to go. I've got everything marked. Your results will vary. See, I'm going to use that to knock those into place once I get them lightly clamped. Don't step on this stuff because your shoes will make a mark on it. And it'll be hard to get the mark off. So remember, do these first and then the top and bottom. That shouldn't be tight enough for it to be a problem. So we're going to pull these off, and they're already kind of pre-done there. So we can just pull them off and do the sides. And you got a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time, but you got time to hammer these things into exacting specifications, like a jeepney, you know, hammer to exacting specifications. So we got the new glue here, and we got the little thing to get the glue down into the thing. All right, we're all set. So we're gonna glue and hammer. Oh, see, all dadgummit. Can you blow that off again? I don't want anything throwing me off here. Okay, you get the feel of how much glue to put in a joint. It should just kind of squish out of the, make sure that's closed, and wipe it off good. Okay, so that's closed. You'll find that you may want to put a little weight right here. I'll do that in a minute. And so you get your hammer, like right there, and you'll try to move this clamp up a little bit because it's pulling in wrong. Put them right on the joints there, and then maybe you can compensate for that a little bit. Okay, go by all your marks here. Okay, and then maybe okay, you just have to kind of mess with it. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so all right, let's put some weight on it, and I think I got some weights out here. So that's a great hammer to get this in place. Let's put some weight on it. What have I got? I got these covered with dirt though. I got these pieces of concrete over here. Let's use them. I've checked and double checked and got everything kind of lightly clamped, and so now we wait till tomorrow. So it's almost 4 o'clock on Thursday, so now we just don't do anything. So I've measured and checked my marks, and that ought to be nice and flat. So there's the face of our cabinet. So that's going to be it for this. Only question now is, am I going to crank up the TR4 and the Bonneville? Got to have air pressure to put air pressure in the tank to get because the Bonneville has an electric pump, but it's too far from the gas tank. So you got to put some air in the tank to force it up there so you won't burn up your pump and all that stuff and burn your battery out. So anyway, let's move the truck off the lift, Daphne and Honky and Bonnie, and get the tractor, which is out there, over there, and I'll be able to service that in the morning because I don't think I got much left. So let's get everything in, and let's give us a thumbs up, and we'll talk about this later on. End part 1. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.